Hello.
Hi.
Good evening. Technical difficulties successfully sorted out, I would say.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, more technical difficulties than the last stream, which had none.
It's true. There were no technical difficulties with the last stream, but we spent 15 minutes trying to fix the technical difficulties that did not exist. They did not appear on our records. So we have some figures to open, but also we just want to hang out.
Yeah.
Just gonna hang out. I haven't seen you much today. What's going on? Nothing.
No.
Just working. Normal day.
Yep. My work would be kind of boring to hear about.
Yeah. At least since we're late, Zooboy was able to finish dinner first. So hello, Zooboy. It's good to see you, man. AKA Michael, AKA Darth Kolshaw, AKA toxic Nazi elitist moderator.
You've got a lot of AKAs, Zoo Boy.
I doubt he would know that reference. He hasn't even seen the Cars movies. You gotta watch those next. I got you to watch How to Train Your Dragon. You gotta watch Cars. Well, your brother helped you watch How to Train Your Dragon too, which he has exceptional taste. But we're here, and subscribe to Sam, everybody. Subscribe to Sam because Sam, you're officially a YouTube. How does it feel to be officially a YouTube? And not just the dogs at the door, not just to be a YouTube, but to have your first video be as successful as it was. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My first video got like 2 views, so like 400. Here, let me find the link here, and let me not bump everything around too much. But yeah, Sam's been doing. Do you want to let the dog in?
Yeah, I'll let the dog in.
Don't trip over the cords. And yeah, his video is doing really well, and it's a really great video. I've watched it like 3 times. I'm not biased at all, just because he's my brother. Oh, you bumped it.
Yes, I did.
Hi, Jasper. Good doggy. Good boy. But it is a great video. If you like Cars movies, definitely check it out because it's a lot of fun. Great little theory, and it already has 400 views, which is excellent for a first video on the channel. You look taller, Sam. Now that
I what?
You look taller. Now that you're a YouTuber. And yeah, watch Cars next. You can honestly skip the second one, which is the one the reference was from. I've got an idea. Watch the second one after you watch the first and third one. The second one has no bearing on the third one whatsoever.
Yeah, I'd say it's an experience. Anyone who watches the Cars movies should watch it, but it's
not that great.
Not great.
I want a grittier reboot of Cars. I mean, I don't know like what classifies as gritty, but I feel like a lot of the animation in Cars 3 felt very like raw and real. Like I feel like it's kind of gritty, especially with like the way it starts. No spoilers for Zooboy, but like it's definitely a little more serious and dramatic than you think.
But in a good way. It's
in a good way, for sure.
It's not like it takes away from the world of Cars as you know it.
Yeah, for sure. Not like Cars 2 does, maybe, possibly. No spoilers. But yeah, and also Zubo was talking about how you got the toothless Nendoroid, so we could talk about that. Let me find it. Because I just pre-ordered that as well, because I was just scrolling through Big Bad Toy Store, as I often do. Here, we can move it. Wait, if we move this, which way do I move it to get Sam more in the shot? Does that work?
I don't know. Notice a difference.
But I didn't either. It didn't look any different, which was weird, because I moved it like several inches, but whatever. But the Toothless Nendoroid on Big Bad Toy Store, the best toy store website, definitely check it out. Here he is. I just saw him here on the featured pre-orders. He's great. You can't see him, but go look him up. You too. I guess, Barry, BJ. Look it up. Have you seen How to Train? I don't even know if BJ's seen How to Train Your Dragon. If not, we have to show it to you. But there's a new Toothless figure, and if you're watching on the replay, go check it out because it's cool. If you like How to Train Your Dragon, it's like this cute little like version of Toothless, and he's got a lot of little articulation. Also, Webroot, go away. No one likes you. Webroot, secure anywhere. No. So annoying. Can't you see we're streaming? Okay, so it looks like it has good little articulation. You know, he can lay down. He comes with 3 different heads, one with a tongue out, one with his teeth bared, like he's about to maybe eat the fish, or maybe Hiccup's hand. And there's a little plasma blast effect, and you know, he can fly. He's very cute, very cute. So there's like a neutral cute head, there's a tongue out head, and then there's the My brain's blanking. The teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth head. Oh, I'm bossy because I told him to go watch it. Well, I'm sorry. And now it's even. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were talking about this. They do kind of. I didn't even think of that. I haven't seen them in a while, but
I would. I don't remember Aunt Leanne very well, but I would agree with the
Yeah.
unglamoured part.
I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah.
Yes, we were looking for a reasonably priced one because I was like, I got him to watch all the movies. Well, I didn't get him to. His brother got him to, but I also happened to be wanting him to see the movies, and they're all so expensive. There's some great statues and collectibles for How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I
but
remember
they're
seeing.
so
I remember
expensive.
seeing those.
They're great, but like, I don't know if whistling hurts the mic. So yeah, there's like my favorite one is sold out, but there's some cool sideshow ones like the night lights as they're called, which actually have names, which I didn't know until I saw that statue. But this one from How to Train Your Dragon 2, I don't know if you've seen it, Zuboy, but it's really cool. It's by Takacore Studio, and it's a 1/6 scale, and it's incredible. It's like Hiccup on the back of Toothless holding his flaming sword. It's incredible. It's awesome. You got to check it out.
They can't see when you click to the sites, can they?
Mm-hmm.
They can? No.
Sorry. But got me to watch them at the time when I did. Yeah, it was about time. It's about time. I think I have the first one as one of my favorite films on Letterboxd. I don't really use Letterboxd very often, but that was one of my like top 5 or whatever. I still stand by that. I still feel like I'd stand by that. What do you think? Oh yeah, we discussed this. Our ranking of the How to Train Your Dragon movies is exactly the same.
Yeah, he didn't tell me his ranking, and then I'm just like, I thought about it for a little while, and then went back and forth on a few. Well, there are a few, but I went back and forth on them for a little bit.
And then, yeah. So yeah, I just asked what his ranking was of the 3 movies, and then he gave it to me, and I was like, "Yep, you are correct, sir. That is the objectively correct answer. I have no bias whatsoever. Nothing to do with opinion." Yeah, it does look incredible, but it's like $900. So I don't have that kind of money. Well, I kind of do, but not really, because I'm not going to spend $900 on a toy. 2, 1, 3. See, I knew this was his
Which
ranking.
order is it? Which order is it going in?
So his favorite is 2.
Okay.
Starts with 2 and then down. Yeah, we were discussing this. I think mine used to be 1, 2, 3, but then 3 just grew on me a lot more, and then certain things about 2 I didn't like as much lately.
Yeah.
But like when I think of like all my favorite, like I keep leaning out at the camera here. Let's get over. But when I think of like all my favorite, like most like emotional moments from the franchise, and like the best like score, like John Powell's score bits, and the best animation and like character design, it's all in 3. So and it closes things out so nicely that it's just really satisfying.
Yeah.
$900 is too much, but technically I have that much. I could spend that much, but Mom and Dad would kill me. But I mean, I probably spent more than that on action figures in the past 6 months. So if you added it all up, I think it would be shocking. I think Mike Case was talking about it. So yeah, I think we discussed it a little bit, Zuboy, but it was mostly like the humor. I didn't like the humor in that one. I felt like it undercut what should be like some more dramatic, more meaningful moments. It just felt kind of blockbustery and quippy, kind of like what Justin says he hates about like Marvel movies. That was most of it for me, but I still love that movie. Like I said, it used to be my very close second, and all of them are so close that it takes like nitpicky things like that to bring one down, and I think that just shows the quality of the movie.
Yeah, I'd say what makes the first one so great is like you don't watch it and think I need a sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so good. It's not like I don't want a sequel.
Right.
It's just that
there was no like necessarily a need for one.
And it was like
whoops, bumped the table.
Like we had the disc for like pretty much all our childhood.
Yeah.
And then, like, there was not even a thought in my mind of a second one even existing.
Right.
Which I'm
exactly.
glad they did keep making more stuff, but it was the first movie and then the shows.
Right.
Which, why wasn't that just one show?
I don't know.
I don't know why they did that. Like, they made the first season or two under one name,
Right.
and then the next
I think it was just one season.
Okay, it was one season for the first one,
Yeah.
and then like 2 seasons for the second or something.
I don't know. I haven't
There
seen
was
those in a
more
long
than
time.
one season for the second
There was.
series.
Yeah,
I
I was
think.
gonna say.
And then there was 4 for the third, and it's like these are all the same show.
So between the first
the
two
animation
movies, if
changed.
you mean like the in-universe time, it was like 5 years, I
Yeah.
think. And if you mean like in real life, it was like 4 years. So it really wasn't that long, but for a kid, like we were kids when we were watching the first movie and the TV shows, it felt like an eternity, and we never thought we were going to get a Dragon 2. So like when it came out, it was really special. I remember we all watched together, and Dad loved it, said he loved it more than the first one, but I never really. There was always something I felt like just not quite like living up to like my personal.
It's definitely
love for the first one.
It's definitely a lot more epic.
Yeah, it is.
They definitely.
That's how you get Dad, though.
Yeah.
More epic battle scenes, but yeah,
and it is still really good.
Yeah, it is good, but and it's like incredible. It has like the stoic ship scene is one of my favorite scenes ever. I think Drago is an incredible character, and yeah, and it's just a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover of How to Train Your Dragon. No hate to Dragon 2. I just don't love the humor. It's kind of fun, but some of it's just a little cringy, I guess, which is a word I don't like, but that's the best way I can think to describe it. The word cringy is cringy. People who use the word cringy are cringy, which means I'm cringy. Okay, let me add some music. Here we have lo-fi. That sounds good. I don't know if I like it.
It started out kind of fun.
Maybe it'll get better. It's like Ahsoka. It's just bad at the start. Maybe I am a hater. Shucks. I feel like I can vibe with it. What do you guys think? You don't like it? Your mind has gone adrift.
In that case, I think the music's working. I don't know what's it supposed to.
I don't
do
like
again?
it. It's like it's supposed to be lo-fi, but
I still don't exactly know what that means.
It just means chill, like lay back and chill.
Okay, so then yeah, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. I don't necessarily like it, but it's it's engineered to let you just go.
I don't know if I don't like this one. It's not lo-fi enough. There is another one, ironically, that's more lo-fi. There's also a bug right in my face right now, so that's wonderful.
That's better.
He's snapping his. I can hear it and I can see it, but you can't snap your fingers to this one. This one's more lo-fi. It's more chill. Okay. We want to open figures or keep talking about How to Train Your Dragon?
I mean, what I was thinking about when I drifted off was the Ahsoka show because you brought it up.
Oh, do you want to talk about it?
I
guess we could talk about it while we, actually do the subject of the stream. Malgus has arrived. I know nothing about Darth Malgus, but this thing is cool. Also, let us know how the audio sounds. Does it sound good? Excuse me. It's all the carbonation. Does the music sound good? Do we sound good? Anyone? It's fine. Okay. I'm sure they'll get to it. We're going to open up Malgus. I'm just eager to open it up. I've had it for hours now. Cool artwork on the side and cool shot on the front. Darth Malgus. All I know, Sith from the Old Republic. I like the Old Republic era. It's cool. And I don't know. I've seen some of the cutscenes, and it says, okay, music sounds fine. Okay. And I've seen some of the cutscenes, and the synopsis here says he emerges from hiding with a mysterious plan that could secure his legacy in the annals of Sith, whatever annals mean.
That's like Chronicles. Like
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it sounded like. But
Yeah.
like, stupid people like me don't know what annals means. But yeah, he looks crazy cool. That's enough for me. I agree. And I'm not interested in playing the Old Republic game. I've played Knights of the Old Republic a little bit, and I don't love it, but I think the lore and stuff is cool. But I've never gotten around to playing the Old Republic because it's like live service, like MMORPG.
Oh, I thought that was literally the same thing until this moment.
Really? You're a fake fan. I'm a hater, and you're a fake fan. So yeah, cool box, and I'm going to open it up. And we have 2 other figures here. I was hoping maybe by the time this showed up, a certain package from a certain person who may or may not live on the East Coast may have arrived by now, because he happens to be in chat. Yeah, I played KOTOR. I don't love it. It's like, I played it I think 12 hours into the campaign, and it was kind of fun, but it wasn't, combat wasn't really for me, and the exploration was kind of cool. I felt like there was a lot, it felt very open. I always like that, but. Do you have anything to say?
I watched some of it. I wasn't really able to tell much about it because a lot of it is exploring, and then the fighting, and then the actual talking, where all of the lore and stuff doesn't take as long. So I ended up not seeing much of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd enjoy it. Like, you like Hogwarts Legacy, right?
Yeah.
You've been playing that a lot. It's kind of similar to that, I feel like. It's kind of like you create your own character, choose what they say, and you explore through the different places. And it does feel very open. Like, if we could have something on par with that.
Yeah,
with
I will
modern
say
technology,
that
it'd be
it
cool.
seemed like, from what I did watch with you, like what you change in the dialogue in KOTOR is much more substantial than what you change in Hogwarts Legacy.
I've heard that, like, there's the identity of Revan changes based on the choices you make. So, like, the story can completely change. So,
yeah, that is not the gist I'm getting from Hogwarts.
No, but it's kind of similar to that. And I feel like maybe I just don't have as much patience for games as you do, because I don't know. I thought Hogwarts Legacy was kind of cool from what I played of it, but it didn't really hook me just because I'm not a big Harry Potter guy. Like, I love Harry Potter, but I don't love it. And also, don't feel bad. I was just mentioning something. We might open it on a stream some other time, whenever it does arrive. But he's sending over some figures for free. I might give you a couple of them because I'm not super interested in all of them, but he was looking to get rid of them and I offered to take them.
Okay.
And he's also
This is how I get most of my figures, is the ones he hands over to me. I've bought 2. Well, no, I did buy one from you, but it was one that you bought first.
Yeah, and I accidentally bought 2. That was a fun story. It makes me hate eBay. I got another figure here from eBay that I'm not going to show yet because I want to keep people on as long as possible. But I made an offer on it, and the thing with the way offers work on eBay is it lets you know you are obligated to pay for this if the seller accepts your offer, but it doesn't notify you when the seller accepts your offer. So you could just see that it ended if you go on, like, your list of watched items, like, oh, that item ended. And then, so it's like, okay, I'll order it. I'll make an offer on another one without checking your purchases to see that it has told you, hey, you purchased this, by the way. Don't know if you're aware. It's like, you should notify me of that. And at least in my eBay notifications, it should say offer accepted. I feel like it used to, but I don't know what the heck happened. So I bought 2 Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan figures by accident. He was nice enough to buy one off me. I think I gave it to you for a little less. No, it was like $30. So I think it was about as much as I paid.
Yeah, it was about the same.
Yeah.
I just didn't pay shipping because you didn't ship it to me.
Right. So, like, I bought, one of them was $40 and one of them was $30. So I sold him one for $30. So it worked out. I'm trying to get Malgus out of his body bag here.
not want help?
No,
Okay.
I don't need your help. I don't want your help. Okay. This guy is big and chunky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks cool. The hood almost like fits.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
yeah.
I've
Insane.
never seen that before. People have kind of been saying that, but it's cool to see it in person for sure. I've watched a lot of reviews. It's crazy how hyped this figure has been in the community when like I doubt like anybody has like played this game. I mean, some people have, but I doubt that there's like a massive amount of people who are like super into this game. Same way the younger cousin do. Yep. Yeah, and he's on the Discord. Nice kid. He's a nice kid. Use some force. I'm using some force.
It would be hand me ups, wouldn't it?
It would. It would. Well, you live downstairs.
Okay.
So in a way it's a hand me down. But it is, as far as age goes, it's a hand me up. So two Star Wars references in one chat. Round of applause for that. Trying to pose him around. And let's see. Oh wow, that head sculpt looks super good. Look at that.
I don't know what to compare it to, but it does.
Just
Just a human bald head.
yeah. Is he even human? I think he is.
Looks human.
Yeah, he looks like just a really large human.
So maybe he's not entirely human.
Not entirely human. Well, I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
I wish I could have anticipated that, because then I would have been able to like tweak what I said just a little bit to make that setup better.
Yeah. Yeah, the articulation feels a little weird, but it is kind of, it's different. There's no upper thigh cut, so it's a little bit weird. But other than that, it seems pretty dope. I'm just used to having a thigh cut, but now it just swivels at the waist. I don't know how I feel about that.
In my experience, these bigger figures tend to have the articulation tends to feel different.
Yeah, it does. And like Wrecker was really good. I don't have Wrecker here. That would be a good size comparison. I might get it later, but I'm not going to bother to get myself out of this corner right now.
And you don't want me to knock over your stuff.
I don't mind if you knock it. You don't have to go get it.
I
don't think we need it.
I could get there easier than you and faster.
No, we don't need it. Okay, we'll be fine. But this is why I set it up this way so he can go get stuff. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, I don't have any like real connection to the character other than he's a big Sith dude, but like
Everyone connects to big Sith dudes.
Philip would like to see Malgus. Here's the Malgus. I apologize.
Yeah, you haven't really been holding him up, have you?
Yeah. Well, I've been having fun with Malgus too, Philip. But yes, there's Malgus for you. He looks really, really cool. Cloth cape or fabric or soft goods. There's Matt. What's up, Matt? Matt, the goat of getting all those figure reviews out for like every single thing. I used to do that, and it just got to be too much because I've been buying too much. And then I'm like, if I record a review for every single one of these, like that's quite the grind. You gotta admire it. And I think you probably did a review of. Oh yeah, no, I got that. I got the quote. Don't worry, I understood. I was gonna say it in a Werner Herzog voice, but felt like that might be too much for you guys. Start of the stream, actually 25 minutes into the stream. Time really flies. But yeah, here's the Malgus. Actually, he's asleep. Can't see him right now. We will be very quiet. I don't remember what he says next, but something like that.
I don't think he said. I think that is what he said, and then I think the call comes in.
Yeah, he said something like that. Okay, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, this was from Big Bad. I get like 90% of my stuff from Big Bad, so Yeah, I didn't know if you had done a review yet, but I'll definitely check it out when you do. Because, like, I'm one of those weird people. I like watching figure reviews just for the sake of watching them. Like, I don't usually watch them just to, like, go to Theorist. Thank you. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't usually watch them to, like, figure out if I want to buy them or not. I just watch them because I like seeing what people think of figures. So, like, I'm totally down for watching that review whenever you get it up, man. What was Zuboy saying a while ago? Malgus and POL ships in 30 days. Well, you can ship it whenever you want. Like, one of these other figures I have here was technically in a pile of loot with Malgus, but it was just 2 figures, and then I shipped it anyway because I wanted them now. Where's our ships before POL? Yeah, some people do it like that. I don't do it. I just pick one. Like, even if it arrives somewhere else first, like, if it arrives somewhere else first in stock, then I'll buy it from there. Like, I had the Vintage Collection Starkiller re-release ordered from from Entertainment Earth, but then it came in Big Bad, and so I ordered it there because it was in stock. But Vel should go. Vel is a great figure. I have Vel. We've been watching Andor again recently, and I just love that show. Vel's a great character.
Yeah, the thing is, I was worried about rewatching it because I'm like, well, the waiting is sort of suspenseful when you're actually waiting for it to be there, but when you're just like rewatching the show on Disney Plus and you have all the episodes.
Yeah,
we watched the first arc, which was better than just.
Yeah, I've watched that first arc, I think, like 5 times.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, and like you were saying, like halfway through it, you thought it was in episode 1.
Yeah, like when I think back to those first 3 episodes, they feel like one episode, and it's just how well the story flows through all of them. But I can't, like, where the first episode ends, it's like if that was if that was the premiere, like if they just released that as the premiere, I don't know how enticed I would be to come back, because it doesn't pay anything off. It's incredibly good and well written and well paced and stuff, but it doesn't pay anything off yet, and it doesn't really show you exactly how everything's going to be paid off. But since it was 3 episodes, we stayed up till midnight. Paul and I did. I think you did too, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't usually stay up till midnight.
Yeah,
I might have watched like the first 2 with you guys and watched the third one some other time.
Yeah, but I think Paul, you and Paul watched the first 2.
Yeah,
when it dropped, and then yes, I agree. But it does drag on a lot. But that's what's so great about it, is that it's able to develop all of that. And so, like, watching the first 2 episodes, it was like it was like I was hooked, and I didn't want to like stop watching. But then you and Paul were like, "Oh, it's too late. We got to go to bed." But I just had to see that finale, and I'm so glad I did. And still, even though like the first 2 were great, I don't think they hooked me enough to get me to come back the next week. Like maybe the second one would have, but the first one definitely not, because it didn't really pay anything off, and it didn't really like entice me enough. Like the beginning was great, and then it just kind of had all this character development, but it feels like it was meant to be one episode, the 3, or just one arc. Right. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of rambling. So don't hold anything I say against me. But yeah, great character development. And yeah, after I watched that 3rd episode, like it was one of like the craziest, like most like I guess religious experiences, what people call it, when you have like a very emotional reaction to something, like that I've ever had watching something Star Wars. So yeah, it does feel weird. It's like push the Andor button. But yeah, it does kind of like cut all of a sudden. Like the ending. I can agree with that, and it would be a weird. Like, you just, in the first episode, the way it ends is like you're in the flashback, then, young Cassian like leaves off on the adventure to go inspect the Separatist ship or whatever with his tribe, and then you see his sister just standing there, and then it's just like, episode's over. Like, would that hook you? Would you be like, oh, I gotta see what happens next? Like, me personally, it wouldn't have. But I'm so glad they released the 3, because then I was able to watch it all the way through. And
I
once
think
I
the
saw the way they
second
did
one
it,
probably would have hooked me too. And I think it did, because I only watched the first 2 on the premiere day.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think after I watched the first 2, it would have hooked me. because the second one really does set up like, okay, Luthen's coming,
Yeah.
Cassian's getting ready to leave, like things are about to go down in the next episode. But the first episode is just kind of ends. It's just like, all right, no, wait for the next one. But yeah, once I got to that third episode and just saw how like everything came together, it was just like, wow, like this is what they're doing. Like this is the quality of storytelling we're dealing with here. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's why they wanted the premiere to be those 3 instead of the usual 2. Because they wanted to show this is the kind of story we're telling.
Right.
And this is the format that we're going for.
Yeah, I agree. And nothing did come of Andor's sister, which I heard someone criticizing at some point.
Well,
which didn't make sense.
They're planning a season 2.
Right, but even if nothing does come of it, the whole point is like that's the inciting incident of the hero's journey. It doesn't like really matter if anything comes of it. What matters is like this is what kicks it off. This is like what introduces you, quote unquote, even though we know Cassian already. What introduces you to Cassian, and then what kicks off his journey. And the whole point is you kind of do forget about how it all started. Because everything just goes totally sideways. So, yeah.
It's sort of like a what if, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's like there was one what if that I was gonna do after the Chick Hicks one, and then I was just like, you know what? This is awesome, but it's like to my brain, but it will be so hard for anyone else to follow because like there's just this one thing that I was watching someone else's video where they were taking it down this one direction, and I'm like, wait a minute, but that means this happens. And then that goes in this complete opposite direction. So I followed that, and then it's like so it was a Star Wars thing. It happens like Order 66. By the time you get to A New Hope, I'm like, this is a completely different story now.
Yeah.
So like, and that's sort of what that feels like to me. Like, this has nothing to do with the rest of the story, but it is what kicks it off.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason I'm not making that other video that I planned. Yeah. Because like the video would within like the first 5 minutes maybe already have nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
And what he changed.
Well, it's like I think there was a Star Wars theory video I watched at one point that was kind of like that. Where like it was the Coleman Trevor one. That's what I'm thinking of. It was like
they've been talking.
They have been chatting, but they've kind of been chatting amongst them. Okay. Big fan of Matt. Has good taste. Beverage of choice. It's controversial. I don't know if I can show it. LaCroix. Sparkling water. Good stuff.
Oh, you're gonna get copyright claimed.
I'm gonna get copyright claimed only if I play the Danny Gonzalez song. Then I'll get copyright claimed. Do you think Danny Gonzalez would copyright claim? Probably not. He's a YouTuber. He knows what it's like to get copyright. I don't really care because I don't make money off this. But I'm just doing this for fun because it's fun. But yeah, LaCroix, grapefruit flavor specifically. It's good. It was one of my coworkers when I was buying it. Someone asked about LaCroix because she hadn't tried it before, and he was like, "It's like someone whispered grapefruit into it." I'm like, you know what? That's kind of accurate, but it's still good. I'm trying to get every time this is rattling, it's because I'm trying to stand this guy up on it. So I apologize because we have the laptop on here, and so it kind of bounces around. But yeah. I wish we had moderators. I'm kicking you from the stream, Philip. I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't like he's kind of expensive, and like if he's not a character you feel like you need, then I wouldn't blame you for passing at all. Definitely not. But I mean, come on, man. He's awesome. It's just cool, man. I've been tempted to put him with my Inquisitors. Specifically, I thought like he basically looks like the Giga Chat version of Grand Inquisitor.
Well, the Kenobi Grand Inquisitor.
Well, yeah. I mean, Grand Inquisitor's awesome in Rebels, but like I have the Grand Inquisitor, which great figure by the way, Kenobi Grand Inquisitor. But basically, yeah, this guy
It looks
like
more
a
like the
epic
Rebels
version.
Grand Inquisitor than the one in the show.
I mean,
His head's taller.
it's true. Like, not to derail since we're supposed to be talking about Malgus, but the figure legitimately looks better than the Grand Inquisitor look. Bring your kid to work day. Bring your kid to Sith work day. What would you call a Sith's work? I don't know. Just have no connection to it. Yeah, and that's exactly like I get that, but and I used to kind of be like, and I don't blame people who are like this. I totally understand a mindset of like not wanting to spend your money on anything except like something you have a real connection to, and really wanting your collection. But eventually, I just got to the point where it's like, I mean, I collect these because I love the stories and I love the universes, but like, I also just like toys. Toys are just fun. So if like I can have a cool Star Wars toy, even if I don't know the character very much, like it's just cool and it's just a really good quality figure. And I'm sure we'll get more chances to like get him in some cool poses when I'm not distracted by the stream. But yeah, he's an incredible figure. Oh, sorry.
That's what.
This is why the two mouse thing didn't work. Inquisitors. I mean, I feel like that's just like one syllable less, and it sounds kind of odd. So I think I'm gonna stick with Inquisitors. But I appreciate the.
How about Quizzies?
Quizzies. Then it just sounds like they're like nerds who like quizzes.
Okay, but I don't think the point of it was to sound like Inquisitors. I think it was like
make them sound silly.
Yes.
But yeah, I just wanted to, I have several figures I brought from the shelf to do a comparison. It's like little guy, just a little guy compared to Malgus, but yeah, basically just looks like the ultimate version of an Inquisitor. So I considered displaying him with my Inquisitors, which currently is just him because I haven't gotten Reva or anyone else.
I am curious about like hybrids in the galaxy, in the Star Wars galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's got something other than human in his veins.
I mean,
he's huge.
He's got some super soldier serum going on. This man just
and like Obi-Wan's aging issue.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure he's got something else in there. He doesn't know who his family is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I think there are probably quite a few out there, and a few of the ones that, like, probably some of the background aliens too, even though you don't really think about them.
Yeah.
Probably look like mixes between them. Just because
of Inquisitor. Yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I feel like the theory that Obi-Wan has to be a hybrid or something because of like how quickly he ages. I feel like there's a lot of merit to that. But dedicated Inquisitor shelf would be awesome. But Zooboy was saying, planning my shelves and getting Billy soon. Inquisitors on their dark side, Force users, or Empire shelf. That's a good question. And me personally, I have them all in the same place because I collect lots of different stuff. So it's like, it's not like I have such a large area dedicated to just Star Wars that I'm able to do like specific like areas for like Empire and Inquisitors or whatever. Though I've seen displays like that and they're awesome, but for me it's just all Star Wars. So yeah, but I would say, I don't know, I'm just kind of a sucker for like Sith and Jedi and that kind of lore. So maybe I'd say dark side Force users rather than Empire. Because I think all the red lightsabers next to each other would look really dope. So that's what I would do, personally. What do you think? I mean, you're much less of a collector than we probably all are, but what do you think?
As for the dark side Force users or Empire?
Yeah.
So by Empire, do you mean like Imperial or Empire Strikes Back?
I think he means the Empire. Because
so Imperial.
With Empire.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, I was just making sure I knew.
Yeah, it confused me for a sec, but I think I pretty much
yeah, because sometimes people shorten Empire Strikes Back to Empire.
Right.
I guess I'd say if Vader is on the dark side Force users shelf, then like basically the Inquisitors I think would go with the Empire shelf if Vader was on the Empire shelf. So that's what I'd say. Like,
Vader
wherever
and
you
Palpatine.
put Vader.
Right, but if you've got like Vader and Palpatine on the dark side Force users shelf, then you'd want to have the Inquisitors there.
Right.
But yeah, Zubor, I don't think has even set his stuff up because he just would. So
Okay, so
he's kind of just deciding where to put everything.
okay, so I guess that's just an overall
Yeah.
idea. Yeah,
Cool.
because yeah, I don't really like my collection is completely random. It's just whatever I end up getting every now and then, and so I don't even really have them. I don't even really have them grouped. I have them grouped by what looks good. Like I have a Charmander next to Newt Scamander.
That's just funny. 'Cause it's like Newt Charmander.
Yeah, but it's like, that's kind of my point. I'm not really grouping them based on what logically makes sense.
Right.
I have up characters on Dagobah
Right.
next to Obi-Wan.
Exactly.
It's like I'm not too worried about it, so like I'm not the best person to ask, but that's my approach. Oh,
9 Darth Vaders. He's everywhere, and that's what I was kind of thinking. Minimum of 6 Vaders. See, it's funny that people are saying this because I have so many 3 3/4 Vaders. How many do I have? I mean, so many for me. I think I have like 5, and I don't have like any 6-inch Vaders except the redeemed one. Because I just don't think like the Black Series Vaders, they look pretty good, but like compared to the vintage collection ones that I've been getting recently, like I mean, when I first started collecting, I didn't really have like the money to not be super selective. Like now I do, and so it's now that we have the vintage collection Vaders and they're so much better than the Black Series ones, in my opinion. Like I don't really have much of a desire to get the Black Series ones.
I think there's just like it's just so much more. I'm trying to think of the word. I had the word in my head before I started talking to them. Like, what was it? Like, not satisfying. Okay, it's just
It's like more. I can't think of the word, but you mean like more like well
impressive.
spread out, or
It's more impressive on a smaller scale, which is why I've never been super impressed with Hot Toys. It's like they're twice the size. They do look good. They're just not. They do look better. They're just not as impressive as one said. The Black Series scale.
Yeah, and I think
they look better, but they're not as impressive. Which I think it's the same thing that along the same lines as your thoughts on the Vaders. Like you put them down at vintage collection scale, which you've got quite a few vintage collection up there along with the Vaders, and they do look good. And I'm thinking like maybe not 100% of the time. Like there are a few up there that I'd say there are a few up there that you do have Black Series counterparts to that I would say the Black Series ones are more impressive, but it's a case-by-case basis.
and it's usually because it's like you mean like the Attack of Clones Obi-Wan, for
Yeah.
instance, or the Rex.
Yeah.
That's because those vintage collection figures are re-releases of very old figures.
Okay.
So, yeah. And yeah, the new Return of the Jedi Vader basically not being a Return of the Jedi Vader. Like, the chain is kind of a small thing, but it's pretty, pretty iconic as far as the outfit differences. Gotta go. All right. See you, Matt. Hope you have a good dog letting out time. Free those dogs. Let them go out in the rain. Dry them off. All that stuff. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. It was nice chatting with you. Call out 1,000? That is crazy. I think I probably have. How much would you guys have? Like maybe 200 to 300. If I had 1,000, I would probably like fill up my whole room. I mean, I've counted them before. I just stopped at some point. Pivotal. I mean, yeah, that's kind of. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, it's cool. It's definitely a cool detail. that they definitely should have added if they're doing a Return of the Jedi Vader. And I did pre-order that one just because I want to have a Vader on the Black Series display, and now I can. So, and that one, I got the Return of the Jedi Vintage Collection Vader, and it's amazing. It's one of my all-time favorite figures. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I don't know if I will. Sometimes I'm like, I'll review that. Sometimes I'm like, never mind. Like the No Way Home 3-pack, I said on stream, like, I'm going to review it, and I just didn't. I just didn't do it. So, yeah, you pre-ordered it. If that's what you mean, they pre-ordered it. Yeah, I thought it was cool to have an unmasked Vader. I saw like the Lance Speeder Luke review. It looks a little weird. Like the skin tone is a little bit too pigmented, right? He looks a little too pink. Like he's supposed to be like pale gray, white face, That's what I've always thought, but for 300 Black Series. Yeah. I mean, I haven't been collecting that long. I've been collecting since 2020. So I'm a COVID collector, I guess. But yeah. So I'm not anywhere near 300, but I know like that's definitely a lot of people are there. And I understand like when people get really passionate about the Black Series, it's because they've been around since it started. And some people, they just talk trash and
Looks
they don't
like
even know what they're
got
talking
about
about. 100.
Approximately 100 Black Series. I just
No,
did a quick
I have
math.
about 50, but
50.
you're about 50 off.
Okay, well, my original count was like 80, and then I'm like, I'll round it.
Yeah. So yeah, the old blue Return of the Jedi one does actually look good. Like the figure overall doesn't look great, but the head sculpt kind of does look better because it's actually gray and it actually looks more like Sebastian Shaw. So yeah, that would be interesting to see. Yeah, you gotta upload the video. When you set it all up in the new place. That's gonna be cool for sure. Because like, we always see you chatting around in the Discord and I'm like, where's Zoo Boy's collection? Like I kind of have like at least a faint mental image of what everyone's collection is kind of like, except yours. So I'm excited to see it. Banger fig. Yeah, I mean, without the helmet, it looks great. But with the helmet's a little, it's not worth like paying a bunch of money for now. Oh yeah, I forgot to let you take over.
Take over what?
The stream. I'm gone. Just give me a minute. I'm just texting Mom.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
That's it. Okay. Solo sequel to it. Yeah, I know you didn't DM it to me, but I saw it on the. I think it was the hall.
That's what I should have done. I should have been looking at the chat. That's a good. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's what
time.
you do. Like when there's those awkward pauses, like where you're just like.
I'll keep that in mind next time you hand it over to me.
Yeah, next time just read the chat, and you have a mouse, so you can highlight it too. But yeah, they look good. I'm really wanting to get like I would love like a really good Han from the Solo movie, just because I love that movie. But I don't think the Black Series one looks that good. But all the other ones do. In my opinion. Working on the new clone head. Oh yeah, the Captain Rex Lego.
Oh yeah, that's all finished.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working on trying to use those light accessory pieces in a different build because I just couldn't figure out the instructions for getting them installed. But and they don't come with the helmet, by the way, the light accessories, or else the instructions would have been a lot clearer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the helmet looks really, really good. You do have to, I'd say, put the stickers on just a little later than they tell you to, so you know how it's gonna look. If you ever get the Captain Rex helmet, because
yeah, I didn't get a good look at it, but I saw you being frustrated. But the helmet itself turned out.
Yeah, the helmet looks really good, and yeah, like I was saying, the stickers, I think you need to see how the pieces look on the. You need to see how the helmet looks. You need to see, like, not necessarily like put it on when it's all done, that's gonna be a little more difficult, but just a little bit later than they tell you to, so you know how you're putting them on. Because when I did try putting them on at the exact time that they told me to, I actually figured out the strategy by accident by skipping the sticker step. It's like,
You got a PS5.
nice.
Nice. And then not just any PS5, the Spider-Man 2 edition. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying the putting the stickers on probably any Lego set, now that I think about it, like after you know how it looks without them, that'll make the stickers work a lot better, because I put some on without doing that just right when they told me to, and there were such big gaps between them, or they were like, they ended up being off center with the build, even though I centered them with the piece. It just,
Yeah. Things like that can be finicky, especially when they're not like official Lego.
no, that is official Lego. The
Oh, they were talking
the
about the
helmet
lights.
is. Oh no, the lights. No, that I was off the lights. I was
Okay.
talking about the stickers on just the build itself.
Hopefully you guys are paying better attention than I am.
You want to put. This is something I found out with this build. You want to put the stickers on after the step they tell you to, so you know how it's gonna look and where you're actually putting them, so you don't end up with gaps between something that's supposed to be one line.
Yeah, I haven't done many Lego builds that have stickers. I haven't done many Lego builds in my day, much at all.
Oh, and also don't worry if it's crooked a little. I mean, like, don't make it like that, but it's like, you're not going to notice once it's all put together, and you're so focused on the details of on the features of the sticker, you're not going to notice that it's a little bit off center. And I'm super finicky with that myself. But once that, I'm like, oh no, it's not, and then I see it all put together, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Zuboy was talking about his PS5. So he got like this. I got the controller from that. I pre-ordered it. And yeah, that's an awesome early Christmas gift, bro. Yeah, I had to pool all my high school graduation money together to get a PS5, but it's totally worth it. And Zuboy, I'm not gonna highlight the comment. You can't spoil what the next figures are in the stream, man. Come on. Here's a hint, though.
I was thinking of using that as a segue once I noticed that.
Segue. We're done with Malgus? Is that what you're saying? I could play with this for hours, bro. It's great. Great figure. I can't think of really anything wrong with it. Like, some of the shots I was seeing, people had it like overexposed or whatever. So like the pants stuff.
There's
didn't look
from
great.
Philip something.
Oh yeah, I highlighted it. I forgot to respond.
Okay.
Marvel Legends hand on Black series, which is a great idea. Black with Force hands. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's ridiculous that they don't include them. Like, you get kind of like this trigger finger, which almost works as like Force choke, which is cool. But
that only works for dark side users in Luke.
Right. So it's kind of ridiculous that they don't include them. And yeah, we'll see you later, BJ. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.
That is the right hand. Then.
That's the right hand.
No,
The right hand is the right hand.
Yeah. So many times I've been waving out here, and then like, oh, gotta be the other one. And I'm like, oh, gotta be that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, great figure. I will pose it more throughout the stream. But Zuboy was saying something really enlightening. He was mentioning something. I got the new Miles. How did you know that? It's almost like you're in the Out of the Basement Discord, which everybody watching this right now, whether live or on the replay, should go join right now because it's a great community. Great people. Love it there. Zuboy and I are both fellow moderator Nazis over there. Eliminating anyone with any controversial opinions. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's a great community. Very much a lack of toxicity and negativity, so it's a great place to be. Definitely go check it out. But I posted this. This came in the pile of loot, which I was mentioning earlier. I got 2 figures in my pile of loot, and it was Malgus and Miles, or Milesgus. Milgus. So, I guess we can open him. Or do you want to open it? You like Spider-Mans?
I'd
And
rather do a post later. If that's okay.
Join the OTB Discord, Philip. You seem like a cool guy. I think you'd enjoy it. It'd be great to chat with you there. Definitely go check it out. It's fun, just kind of chilling out, talking about figures. And that's what it should be. That's what we're doing here. I want to try to encourage that anywhere I can in the community, because there's not really like much reason to be in communities where people are just mad at each other about toys. That's no fun. So let's have fun. Like, there's room for obviously criticism and, you know, some discourse a little bit, but not toxicity. So I'm glad that we have some spaces where we can just enjoy our collecting hobby. So yeah, go join that Discord. Go check it out. But yeah. And I already have the other version of this, but this is I'm opening it without checking out the box. I'm a terrible reviewer, but this is the Miles from
Pretty cool.
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, it's a cool Spider-Man, but you were saying you weren't going to show the box. This is really good.
No, I am going to show the box. Did I say I wasn't going to show the box? Or did I say
you said you were reviewing it without talking about the box or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how you said it.
I was just saying I accidentally skipped the box. But yeah, absolutely dope background art here. And the box is really cool. I love the Insomniac Spider-Man games. Zooboy knows. They're my favorite games of all time. I play the crap out of those games. And Miles is obviously one of my two favorite characters are Peter and Miles. So this is my second Miles figure, so that might tell you how much I love these characters. But this is the one from Spider-Man 2, the new release. And I pre-ordered this, which is the first release, which was out of stock. And so it's the one from the first game. So it has slightly different arms. The arms are different because they don't have the red stripes. And the electricity, the Venom energy is yellow on this, which is one of the main differences here. And it comes with head sculpt, which is awful. Doesn't look anything like Miles, but it exists. So I can't really complain since this one didn't come with one like big. And I like his hairdo in the new trailer. I know some people hated it. I kind of thought it looked cool. So I would love an actual Marvel Legends head sculpt with that.
I do remember thinking it was a little odd.
90% of the time. I don't know if that's totally accurate, but yeah, I definitely play it a lot. But usually when I'm playing it or playing on PS5, I just turn Discord off anyway. So sometimes it probably doesn't tell you when I am playing it. And also, like, have you gotten your PS4 set up yet? Because I still haven't gotten no accepted friend request on there, Zooboy. You're exposed. Fake friend, man. First Gamer Miles. $12 at Walmart, missing the bath pieces. Typical Walmart right there. Not realizing when someone's like broken into a box. But yeah, at least it was on clearance. Jeez. But yeah, this guy was pretty hard to find for a while. I always wanted him. But I got this version, and then this one was up for pre-order on Big Bad, so I snagged one. So I'm excited about this. So I'll pop the head out first, I guess, if it's possible. Sometimes these things are real stuck in their head. You know what was nice about Malgus? No loud creaking. Here,
Plastic free.
Plastic free packaging. Oh, also this probably says something. When a fierce power struggle threatens to destroy his new home, Miles Morales realizes that with great power, there must also come great responsibility. What did you expect? It's great. Great synopsis of nothing. But it's better than, like, I can't remember which one it was. It was like the integrated suit figure. Literally just says Peter Parker faces a new threat or something like that. It's just like, really? That happens in the movie? Jeez, you spoiled it, man. They just kept No Way Home like so under wraps that nobody knew what was going on. So that's what Marvel Legends had to go with. Yeah, I'm getting the hands out here, which are a little different from the hands on this one. I think they are the same sculpt, but there's different paint. Lazy repaint. Garbage. Just kidding. Yeah, not much to catch up. But yeah. So we got his hands, which don't have like the extra red. I'm thinking of doing a full comparison video, like not necessarily a review, but a comparison between the two Miles figures. I think that'd be a fun video to do that I've been thinking about. But don't hold me to anything I say that I'm going to make on here because I'm terrible at keeping promises. get these, which I'm pretty sure are once again the same the same sculpt from the Spider-Man 2 version. Just these are yellow, and those are blue. Garrett. I shouldn't. Crinkling, loud crinkling. All right, so here he is. I don't know why he came with web shooter hands on in the box, but yeah. There's that. The back too. Is it different? The red looks better on this one. I will say the first release. This is the first release. This is the second one. Unsubscribing if you don't make that video. You know what? I don't blame you. I need to hold myself to some sort of standard at some point. Also, the doggy sneezed.
Yeah.
Do you want to get him or let him out?
Doesn't look like he wants to be let out. Probably didn't want to be picked up either.
There he is. Do you have anything to say, Jesper? Sniffs the mic. Yeah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Okay, so yeah, the red looks better on this one. On the first release, in my opinion, because it was kind of like this bright, cherry red or candy apple red or whatever. I get the names mixed up with the reds. Too many fruits that are red that they name the colors after. But
because there are lots of red fruits.
But this one, the one from Miles Morales game versus the Spider-Man 2 one, you can see like the colors are much more subdued on the new one, which is weird because that's not what it looks like even in the trailers or anything. So don't know what's up with that. But it doesn't look as good, in my opinion. Because it doesn't look as accurate. It doesn't look like what it looked like on the game. The proportions look a little different too, because I think they had to do newly sculpted arms. Yeah, the arms are completely new, but I think they're about the same length. No, they're longer on the new one.
Yeah.
You guys are getting a sneak peek for that comparison video that Boy's going to unsubscribe if I don't make. Let me make sure they're even. See, the ones on the new one are a little longer.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Oh, also,
which is probably more accurate.
2 extremely necessary size comparisons. 2 other Spider-Mans. So here's the one from Spider-Man 2, which is not a great figure, it's just a repaint, but still cool. And then, of course, the most essential Spider-Man. Right there. There's Miles and Spider-Man. When are we getting a Bodega cat suit, huh? Hasbro. Wonder if they ever will. Because Funko's made that. Funko's gone deep on all the suits from these games, and Hasbro's just nah. We're just gonna repaint the Renew Your Vows body. Come on, man. Come on. These look different as well. Shoes are red on the new one. The X-Men 97. I am getting the Gambit. Gambit looks awesome. But I'm not a huge X-Men guy. I'm a very casual X-Men guy. But Gambit is one of those characters that I really wanted in the collection, and the new one looks great. I don't know if it's a repaint or a retool or whatever. You could probably let me know if you're more of an X-Men guy. Yeah, he needs a little mask. He needs a little Spidey mask. I agree, Zooboy. But yeah, X-Men 97 figs. They look pretty good, but I'm going to pass. Because I've already got a Wolverine. I've already got a... I don't know if they've done a Cyclops in X-Men 97. Doggy's back.
We'll just leave him this time.
Yeah, we'll just leave him. Unless he starts crying, and then we won't be able to resist. But yeah, the Gambit looks really cool, so I got that one. So I think the articulation is going to be just about as good. But I'm struggling with this elbow, man. I'm going to break it. So I'm not going to try to bend it. But yeah, the smiles is cool, for sure. I wish they came with pointing fingers. They need pointing fingers because we got 2 Mileses here. Are the head sculpt slightly different too? I think they are.
Are they? Maybe the eyes
this one looks bigger.
Different.
Look. investigation is being conducted. I don't know. This one almost looks like a little bit wider and taller, but I'm probably just fooling myself. Once again, don't hold me to anything I say. It's a live stream. It's off the cuff. Nice. Yeah, this elbow's gonna need to be heated up because I feel like I'm gonna friggin' break it. Excuse me, carbonation again. Good to know, you say, because you're gonna be posing it. So yeah, don't bend this one too far because it might break. I don't know if it will. It probably won't, but it might. I don't want it to break. But good thing I've got 2 Mileses. So if one dies, then you can just respawn. Yeah, you can go ahead and pose him if you want. And yeah, I do not like this head sculpt whatsoever. It doesn't look anything like him at all.
No.
Like there's not much resemblance.
There's no resemblance at all.
I dropped the head.
Oh, he doesn't bend back very far.
That sucks, bro. At least, did you get that one at GameStop?
Oh, wait, there it goes. That's a little too far now. I just wasn't pushing hard enough.
Did you get that Credit Collection Tuscan on clearance, at least? So it was like, what, $7? But yeah, I have a video. Go check out my prequel Vintage Collection re-release wave review. And a certain figure also got broken in that review. $5 clearance. That's dope, dude. I got a couple of figures as well. I got the Riot Scout and the KX security droid from Survivor. They're both great, and it was like $7 for each of them. So that was nice. But yeah, if you want to see me break a figure, I won't spoil which one it is, but I broke a figure in that review. The Vintage Collection prequel re-release wave. But he's okay now. Oh, I just spoiled that it's not Ahsoka, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, that still was bonkers. I only grabbed 2 figures, but I kind of wish I had gone with a few more. But I'm happy with the 2 I got. Like that Scout, that's my first Scout Trooper. For some reason, I haven't gotten a Scout Trooper till now. The Scout Trooper is really, really cool. Like the articulation still holds up. It's a real old figure too, I'm pretty sure. Nice. But yeah, I have one more figure here that we can open later. But right now we're still playing. Dude, that's cool. I'm going for these. So here's Malgus again. Got a little force choke pose going on. So I see a lot of people complaining about having the head on the top instead of bottom, which definitely I can see those criticisms because it's weird because I feel like this is supposed to be attached to this, right? I'm not sure because I'm not super familiar with the character, but I feel like that should be connected with this when he bends his knee instead of staying above his knee. Brittle from the cold. Oh, geez. Yeah, that sucks. I feel like we've all broken figures at some point. I'm trying to think. Have I broken any other ones? My SH Figure Arts Spider-Man was my first and last SH Figure Arts. Did not enjoy that experience, but you own that thing now. Mm-hmm. But I didn't break it like right out of the box. I had it for a little while. And kind of posed it around and just didn't really like it very much. And then I ended up like just popping the hand off, just normal stuff, just popping the hand off and swapping it and broke the peg. So that sucked. Yeah, the double jointed, it's a lot like, I'm glad that we have like the single jointed swivel now because it looks better and it still gives you a lot of range of motion. But the double joints, like there's something special about them double joints, which is why I'm glad Marvel Legends does like the pinless double joints like on this Miles right here. It's definitely nice to have that. Yes, rest in peace, Suboy and Kylo Ren's arm. It's feeling like Anakin or Luke right now. Trying to come up with poses. I'm not good at coming up with poses. Sam is, and he doesn't have nearly as many figures as me, but yeah, I could see that. I don't know how much I personally need it, but like with Spider-Man's and like Marvel Legends figures, I love it. Love the pinless double joints, but I wouldn't mind having them in Black Series. I'm happy with where Black Series is right now with their articulation. Like this Malgus I'm just playing with is just awesome. But like if it had double joints, see it's kind of struggling to get that double-handed lightsaber pose there. If it had double joints, I would already have it right now, but it's still possible. It just takes a little bit more work.
I don't know if you can even do this without a light stand, the one I'm trying to go for.
Which one is that? SHF fans. Yeah, I mean, I'm considering getting the Crate Luke, like you were talking about all those sequel figures you got. Like I recently read the Last Jedi novelization, and it just kind of like, I was kind of in the middle on Last Jedi for me, as I was like, I kind of hate some things, I kind of love some things. But then I read the book, and it just like made me love more things because it just enlightened me on like what really the purpose behind the story is. I feel like the main flaw for me and problem for me with Last Jedi is that a lot of the interesting parts of the story just don't have the time or aren't effectively like explored, and the book had the time to do that, so I really, really enjoyed it. So now I'm more of a Last Jedi fan, and I'm kind of wanting some Last Jedi figures. So, but the Black Series ones aren't good because they're from before the photo reel. So I've been considering, like Philip is saying, the SHF Crate Luke. It looks really good, and he's not even that expensive. He's like $50-$60 on Amazon, so I'm probably going to grab that sometime because it looks really good. And Black Series hasn't even made one of those. So, but I also kind of want the Rey as well because the Black Series Last Jedi Rey isn't that good. And the SHF Rey looks really good. So what's going on here with Miles? Is he falling?
Well, I have an idea that I'm gonna have to. I assume you do not want me to tape his feet down or anything.
No,
that would not be good.
He did, Zooboy. He did. He had like he was. Let me get the book back here on my shelf. Move some stuff here. Here's the book. So if you're in a bookstore, I highly recommend picking this up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go for my.
It says back here, you can't really read it, but it says made with input from director Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is heavily acknowledged in the acknowledgments, so he had a lot to do with this. So it's pretty cool to see like that. This probably was a lot of the stuff that this book explores was probably part of his creative vision that just didn't have the time to make it into the film. So yeah, and I know you're not much of a fan of Last Jedi from what I remember, Zooboy, but I'd recommend checking out the book. Like as soon as I read that prologue in the bookstore, but don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, Philip. Shh. But maybe. But possibly. But yeah, once you read that prologue, you'll be hooked. I mean, I was, because I was just sitting in the bookstore and I was like, oh, what if the Last Jedi novel is cool? So I opened it up and read that prologue and I was just like, I'm buying this. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I'm just kidding. Triple flashback. Yeah, I kind of agree there, and I don't know. It didn't really fix that for me, the book. I still have a lot of problems with the way Luke is characterized, but yeah, it's hard to fix that. But it was mostly the other stuff that I was like on the fence about. Like I didn't really know how to feel about it because it just wasn't properly explored with a lot of other characters like Poe, Finn, Rose. But there's certain things about it that just still didn't quite work. But there's just something about a book that's just a different experience because you're going into the characters' heads and like feeling like different emotions, and it just helped like explore the amount of depth and emotion that was in that movie to begin with, and I really liked it. Yeah, and there's a lot of the stuff that I just like vehemently didn't like. I still don't like. The book wasn't able to fix it, but like once you really get into the Last Jedi story and you're able to kind of look at it separately, it was really cool to see how everything worked. Like even with the rest of Star Wars, it was a really, really cool experience and helped me understand it a lot more since I haven't seen the movie in a while. But yeah, best made sequel. It seemed like it had a lot of passion that went into it, but could have done some things better, in my opinion.
So take it you don't want me reposing Malgus.
What do you mean?
Because the pose was there's the pose needs.
Yeah, you can pose it. I don't know. So Sam is doing something ambitious here. So it considers TLJ the best Star Wars movie. It's definitely not above criticism, especially when you factor in the sequel trilogy as well. Like I used to consider like the second or third best. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great movie. I just don't know, like there's certain decisions I'm just personally not a fan of, mainly with Luke, and I think a lot of people complain about that. Me personally, it just didn't line up with like my mental image of Luke. I understand like people can change, yeah, but a lot of that development was just kind of off screen and whatnot, and it just didn't quite click for me. And even with the book, it still didn't quite click, but it worked a little bit better. You know, I was able to get into it a little more with the book. So I'm looking forward to rewatching the movie again with all the insight that I have about a lot of the characters and the plot points, because it was cool. So yeah, Sam's using both Malgus and Miles to create something very special. And somehow he managed to get Miles to stand up. Well, stand up in this position and not fall over. And it's pretty impressive. Rocking the suburbs here. I mean the computer. I have one more figure. Yeah. Just letting you guys know. There's one more to open. Here's a hint about who it might be. It goes with him. Awkward silence commence. It's not awkward anymore now that I acknowledged it. That's just how it works. So I think we're having some sort of fight here. You're not going to be able to see it. That's the thing here. But I can vividly describe it to you, just like a book, like a novel. I won't try to do that. That would be quite interesting. I'm inspecting this, trying to see what the heck's going on.
He can't get low enough because he's so... Oh,
Man,
there we go.
There we go. That must be it. Oh, I also wanted to point out, it's funny that I said like the first stream we made that we try to do it on weekends. Nah, we're just doing it whenever. We don't care. Well, podcast, when we start the podcast, we might do that on weekends. What do you think? If we were to do the Whatever Nerd podcast? I can't tell you, Philip, but Anakin has thought about this figure every day that it hasn't been in the collection. And just being around it again for him is intoxicating. You knocked one of the hands off. Okay. The puppy is at the door again. Oh yeah, Ahsoka. I forgot about that. We gotta watch that when we get done here. Yeah. How did I forget it? Well, I was thinking about Ahsoka when I was at work today, but then I got home, saw the package, and then went into figure mode.
BJ's gonna be here at about like 8:30, and he wanted to watch it.
That's kind of late though.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to watch it earlier, I can watch it with him again, like I did last time.
Yeah. Well, anyway, see you, Zoo Boy. Enjoy Ahsoka. I hope it's good. I do. Definitely exciting that we're getting some new Star Wars. And that scratching at the door.
If they can even hear it.
Everyone's heading out for Ahsoka. I don't blame them. We should head out soon. We'll open Padme and then maybe we'll head out. Or we could just, well, we promised the Padme unboxing.
Yeah.
So we can't just head out quite yet.
If this stands up, I think this is how it's gonna go.
See you, Zoo Boy.
Man, now the hood is up.
And Philip. See you, Philip and Zoo Boy and everybody else. I don't know if anyone else is leaving. some other people did leave earlier. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna quite work.
It'll work.
It'll work. So much junk over here.
It's just that I can't see where his foot is, so I think if you can get him stood up.
I just don't even understand what's going on here. Duel? Is he dodging?
Yeah.
So he lifted his arm right after Malgus' lightsaber went through it?
Right after the lightsaber went where his arm is, yeah.
I think I get the gist of it.
Yeah.
No one can see it, though. This is the thing.
It's too bad. Well, I don't know. Maybe we could find a way for you to, like...
I could take a picture of it and then we can... Or you could just finish posting it later.
Well, you can start unboxing if this is taking too long.
Well, I don't know why it has to be done now. Since we could do it later. When we're not on stream. Okay, it's Padme. I spoiled it, but it was fun spoiling it. So you can do this later.
I'll do it over here.
It's the Padme figure. Really great Gregory Titus artwork. I love the red and black box packaging. Great bio back here. I've read it already. Padme Amidala was a courageous, hopeful leader serving as queen and then senator of Naboo. She was also handy with a blaster. Despite her ideals and all she did for the cause of peace, her secret forbidden marriage to Jedi Anakin Skywalker would prove to have dire consequences for the galaxy. So, very cool. One of my favorite characters. Loved prequels. So I figured, like, I just rewatched Attack of Clones for the millionth time lately and just wondered why the heck I don't have a Padme figure. So I decided it's about time. It's about time that Anakin is reunited with his lost love on the shelf. So here she is. So she actually comes with some swappable hands. Can you believe it? Philip was just talking about this, man. We need a swappable hands in the Black Series. He was specifically talking about force gestures, but she comes with swappable hands. You do it yet?
Malgus almost fell.
Oh! Almost lost the hand. But here is Padme's hand. So I'm trying to figure out, I think this is just like a regular grip hand, because the one she has on right now, just out of the package, is a trigger finger for her EE3, I believe it's called. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We have the EE3 with the dry brushing. It looks really, really nice. Wish they do this more often. It's like black with this really cool silver dry brushing effect on it. We also got this little, I don't know what it's called, but they're like I don't know if she used one in Attack of the Clones, but I know she had it in Phantom Menace when she was raiding the Theed Palace to capture Viceroy Gunray. And so it's cool to have here. And here's the figure. All right.
Wait a minute. Did they toss her a blaster when they tossed Anakin and Obi-Wan the new lightsabers?
No, she just picked one up.
Okay. I was wondering if they had blasters available too.
There's Padme. She looks really good. Good head sculpt. The paint apps that there are, like on these kind of gauntlets on her arm, are really cool. The texture on her cape is really nice as well. She's got those double jointed knees. Make Philip very happy. But they're not pinless, of course, because it's old. She's got a ball-jointed waist, which is nice. And yeah, this is just an iconic outfit, and I think they nailed it right here. I think it looks like it took Padme straight off the screen. Looks great. It's going to look great next to Anakin. I'm going to do some fun photos that I might put on Instagram later. But let's see if we can get her little pistol here. The articulation would be pretty nice too. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Phantom Menace one as well, because I love Phantom Menace. I would love to have a Phantom Menace Padme figure, and they're making a Phantom Menace Anakin, which is really cool. Which makes me wonder, are we going to see like that in like a flashback in new media? It just seems kind of odd that they're doing that. Usually they don't do kind of, older stuff like that unless it's relevant. So I guess we'll see. But definitely looks to be very fun to finally have those in the Black Series, because we've been needing a young Anakin and young Padme in the collection. But yeah, cool pose. I don't know. Can you take this off? I'd be able to if you pop her head off. I don't want to break it because Black Series aren't really designed to have their heads come off. And she has a little holster back here too, so you can put the small pistol in there. That's definitely cool. I wonder if she had that in Attack of the Clones and I just never noticed. She probably did, if she has the holster for it, But they, no doubt.
Maybe it was just in the holster.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
If she has the holster, then she must have had that.
Yeah, I'm saying like maybe she never used it.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get this into her hand. Maybe that's why it comes with this swappable hand. Maybe it fits better in that one. There we go. Didn't break. Already better than an SH Figure Arts. Very loose though. Like, the hand is extremely loose. Okay, that's definitely cool. It fits in her hands pretty well. Also, I forgot to put this banner up. I made a new banner. Subscribe in order to join the Knights of Mischief. As always, I hope you guys found this review helpful and enjoyable. Even though the stream's not quite over yet. But this is really cool. I really like this Padme figure.
We lost everyone.
We
Sorry.
lost everyone. You know what that's a quote from? Because I didn't even know until after I finished saying it, but I knew it was from something.
Yes, same here. I don't really remember.
It's cartoon.
Um,
Mando. It's good. Your first step into a larger world. Yeah, this is a cool figure for sure. Kind of wish you could take the cape off a little easier, but it's still cool. I'm sure it's possible, but I'm not one who's super into taking my figures apart and stuff. I'm just gonna finish this. There's like one sip left. Yeah, I'm gonna do some photography maybe from like the Battle of Geonosis. This would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have some of the scenes where they interact. That'd be really cool to have some photos of that. I would enjoy that, I think. Yeah, I think I'd just have her displayed like this. I don't have much display room to do like super dynamic poses or anything, so I think something pretty simple like that, just having her stand next to Anakin. Maybe I could do it the opposite way so she's not, staring at a wall. But yeah, that would be cool. Have them kind of back to back like that. And here she is next to the Grand Inquisitor for another height comparison, if you're interested. And next to Miles. I don't know. It worked, but it doesn't anymore. You'll figure it out eventually. You have an incredible amount of patience. I gotta give you that.
Man, I got it to work and then it just...
We're going to hold out the stream until he finally figures it out. I imagine it's pretty boring at this point.
Yeah.
We got no chatters. And I took the chatters for granted.
Oh, we have one person back.
Yeah, we have one person. Hi. We're ending the stream soon, not immediately. We're just going to chill for a minute. But we want to watch Ahsoka soon.
Wait, oh man.
What is going on?
It almost worked, but it's one of those things where it's like there's like gonna be one spot where it works.
Thank you for summing that up.
All that soon, once we figure out how the heck to do it. Well, we know how to do it, but should be coming soon. So anyone who watched this far into the stream, our one viewer, or anyone who watched the replay this far, podcast should be coming soon. We attempted it once, it didn't work. We shut it down. So we're gonna rethink it, come back, try the podcast thing again. Essentially, it'll just be this, but no figures. So that's why it's gonna be difficult. No figures to fall back on. We're just gonna hang out, discuss some stuff that we're into, Star Wars, Marvel, whatever it might be. Probably mostly Star Wars and whatever else, Pixar, How to Train Your Dragon, whatever comes into our minds. It's gonna be fun. So we just gotta rethink it and then come back at it from a different angle, and we could have something really cool. I think we can really enjoy it because we spend hours talking about this stuff all the time. So it'd be really fun to.
You did
have
it
a
that
podcast.
time.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I didn't even touch it. He's blaming me. He's blaming me.
You sure you want to hold out until I finish this?
Oh, boy, that is a good point.
I gotta use the clips sometime. I forget when we have chatters.
Uh-huh.
It's more fun this way though. Now we're just chilling like we normally do. Except you're posing figures, which you don't do that often.
Yeah.
But I managed to rope him into it.
Because you have figures that I want to make fun combos out of.
Yeah.
Figures aren't much like that.
Dog keeps coming to the door. Do you want to let him in? Or do you want to keep posing?
I want to figure out how to get this done.
I do have a light stand.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He probably needs a flight stand to do this well.
It's big. No, it's very large. It would kind of be intrusive, I think. It's one of the Hasbro Pulse ones. Voila! Voila. Now don't breathe
It's
on
finished.
it. I'm going to take a picture of it just because we have it. So we have evidence. That's dope.
And the puppy's gone.
The puppy's gone. That's a really good pose. I dig it. Okay, I got a couple shots of it. Let me see if I can show it on. Oh, now he's back. Now the puppy's back. I don't know if you could see it, but the gist of it, Malgus is cutting at Miles, and Miles is dodging, and then like raising up his hand with his venom power, about to zap him.
Yeah,
it looks dope.
Yeah, so right after the slash, he gets his arm up.
Yep. He's got that Spidey reflex. He can do it that fast.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying, like, you know what? This is like the only time you can have a good fight between a Force user and a non-Star Wars character. It's like, you get Spider-Man, and not just any Spider-Man with the Venom Blast. Like, I was like, I know exactly how Miles would fight him. At least for this one shot.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to recreate the shot where he jumps at the Rhino. He's about to punch him. He doesn't have a Venom fist, but you could have him raise that hand up. I think
you want to do that with...
No, not immediately. Not immediately. But we do need a big guy. Maybe he could be doing it to Thanos or Kingpin.
Yeah, I think that would work better because they are bigger than Malgus even, I think.
Yeah. I need to get some Star Wars clips. Do I even have any Star Wars? Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Of course I have Star Wars clips. Of course.
Yes, of course.
All right, are we going to call it?
Yeah.
We can call it. Great time. Thank you, everyone who stopped by. Let me shout out everyone who was in the chat. So we had Sir Barry Nance. We had Matt Bryant. We had Philip. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I feel like I'd offend somebody. And Zooboy, of course, my good friend Zooboy. And of course, Barry Nance. BJ is our also good friend who's definitely not related to us at all. He's just a really big fan. And yeah, so thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us. Look forward to the podcast. Look forward to more reviews, and the Miles comparison might happen. I have to do it now because Zooboy will unsubscribe if I don't. So the Miles Morales figure comparison should be coming up soon. Check out some of my other videos if you haven't. Subscribe in order to join the Knights of Mischief. Check out Sam's channel. Let me get his channel linked in the chat here. Great channel. I think he's got one great video, one banger, and it's awesome.
And I do have another idea that I do want to make. I have lots of ideas. But
Yeah.
one that is not in the writing process yet. So
I'm going to post it in the chat.
anyone who's been here for the other live streams knows how long it took me to get the other one done.
Mm-hmm. It took a
That's
long
my
time.
process. I'm going to try to speed it up, but it's not gonna be soon necessarily.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
thanks.
it's the creative
Yeah.
process. You know?
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Sometimes it takes a long time. What were you going to say?
I was just saying thanks for joining us, the 0 people who are here right now.
Hey, there's people who will watch the replay. I always hold out hope because I'm someone, I always watch to the end of the video. I know there's other people like that, even if it's an hour and a half long. I'm sure there are people who've just been hanging out with us, and appreciate every single one of you who has stopped by, who has watched, who's liked, or whatever. Check out some of our other stuff, and see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hope you found this review helpful and enjoyable, and I'll see you all in the next one.